Hi guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today I'm going to share with you a couple of books that I have read with my kids this summer. So today I have with me my daughters Amelia and Sophia. Amelia's 9, Sophia's 10. And this summer, to get them out of their groove of reading only Warrior Cats and Big Nate, that's pretty much all you guys read, right?
Yeah.
I decided Diary of a Wimpy Kid sometimes. I decided that I would do some assigned reading for them, where I would pick a book out for them to read, and I would read it with them. We would talk about it, all of that. So we decided we would do one book per month. So in June, Amelia, what did you read in June?
I read Wonder
by R.J. Palacio. And Sophia, what did you read?
Mine's A Little Rock by Kristen Levine.
By Kristen Levine. Yep,
Okay, I was
that's
just
it.
wondering.
So these are the books that we read. So I thought it would be fun for them to do some reviews with me on what we thought about these books. So we're going to start with Amelia, and then we'll do Sophia's. But yeah, so let's get into this. All right, so like I said, Amelia and I, we read together Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I had previously read Wonder when the girls were you were in first grade? Was that right? When you guys went and saw it with the school in Indiana?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was
So first grade. She was in first grade and Sophia was in third grade. In the older grades, they read through the book. The entire school read through the book, and the lower grades read through the picture book that is like a companion to it. And then it was the year that the movie had come out, and so the PTA paid for the entire school to go see the movie for a field trip. Mm-hmm. So the girls had both seen the movie, but Amelia had not yet read the book. So I thought that it would be a good book for her to read. And what did you think about it?
I really liked it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What did you like about it?
I liked how, I liked it because it was just had, a lot of stuff in it.
You liked it because it had a lot of stuff in it. Okay.
Like, a lot of, different things that, a ton of different things that were happening in it.
Yeah, so you like the fast pace of it?
And, on different parts.
Yeah?
Different parts.
Who was your favorite character?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't really have a favorite character.
Because there's a lot of characters in Wonder. What's it about? Without giving, spoilers, what's it about?
It's about, this kid named Augie that when he was born, his face was different, and so until he got to middle school, he was homeschooled, and it's just about how he survives middle school.
Yeah. So what made it difficult for him to survive middle school?
Because a lot of kids weren't used to his face.
Mm-hmm.
So they were being mean to him and calling him weird names just because of his face. Yeah.
What did you learn from the book?
I learned that no matter what people look like on the outside, they might be very nice on the inside.
Yeah.
Or very mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know, because the outside doesn't tell you anything about their insides, does it?
No.
And what was something that some of the parents thought about Augie?
What do you mean by that?
There was a certain part in it where some of the parents thought that maybe Augie should be in some of the special ed classes because of the way that his face looked. And just because his face looked different didn't mean he was less smart than any of the other kids, right? Or that he needed extra help with his schoolwork. It just meant that his outsides looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and he really liked science.
Yeah, he did really like science, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So what was your least favorite part about the book? Did you have a least favorite part?
No, I don't really have a least favorite part.
No? So if you could rate it from 1 to 5, what would you rate it? 5 being the best and 1 being the worst.
3.
You would rate it a 3?
Mm-hmm.
Just okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's just an okay book?
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
I rated it a 5 because I think it's an amazing book. I love...
4.
You say 4 now?
Mm-hmm.
I love the message of this book. This book, to me, is the epitome of one of the key like phrases in this book is, if you have the choice to be right or be kind, choose kind. And so to me, this book embodies being kind always, even if you don't agree with somebody, and even if, you know, somebody's different, you can still be kind to them. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. And I think that's something that a lot of people today could take to heart. Even when you disagree with people, you can still be kind. So that's something that I really appreciated about this book.
The moral of the story is, if you could choose mean or kind, choose kind.
Yep. And to always treat people fairly.
And don't judge a book by its cover.
That too. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, Amelia.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And so like I said, I love this book. I rated it 5 stars. Something that I liked about this book is that you get a bunch of different perspectives. So you get Augie, you get his sister Via, you get his friend Jack, and his friend Summer. Via's boyfriend.
Yeah,
Justin, yep. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. But yeah, so I really like that you get to see the different perspectives. You get to see how having a sibling that might need a little extra, how that affects the other sibling, because when it's told through Via's point of view, you kind of get that perspective as well, which I really liked. All right, so I think that's it for Wonder. Like I said, I gave it 5 stars. You're saying 4 stars. So, but yeah, this is definitely one that I highly, highly recommend to all. Like, as soon as they're able to read it, go for it, because you can't go wrong.
Like about in like
third grade, second grade, third grade.
Once
Amelia just got done with third grade, and I think third grade's a good age for this book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a fantastic one, and I know a lot of schools read it in the schools, but Amelia just missed it somehow, so I'm glad that she read it this summer. All right, well, that's it for this one. I'm going to pull Sophia in, and we will talk about Lions of Little Rock. All right, so this is Sophia. She's my 10-year-old. She just finished 4th grade, and in June, we read together The Lions of Little Rock by Kristin Levine. And I had never read this book before, so this was a fresh read for me as well, but I thought that it would be fitting because what is it about?
It's a historical fiction about... Well, it takes place in 1958, and it's about... I don't know how to explain it.
It's about the integration of the schools in Arkansas.
Yeah.
In 1958. So it takes place a year after the Little Rock Nine. Isn't that what they were called?
Mm-hmm.
I think. It takes place a year after that. And we follow our main character, what's her name? Marley. And she's starting 7th grade? Is that right?
I can look.
Something like that. It doesn't matter. So 7th grade, something like that. She's very nervous. But she goes to school and she makes a new friend. And what was unique about her friend?
Marley?
No,
Liz?
Liz.
She was passing for white at the school she went to.
Okay, so she was black and she was pretending that she was white so that she could go to a white school. This takes place, like Sophia said, in 1958, and during that time they had closed down the high schools because they were trying to integrate them, and people didn't like that, and so they shut down the school system basically. But they did not close down the elementary and middle schools, and so Marley goes to school and makes a new friend, and her new friend is actually black, and she didn't know, and the school finds out, and she gets in big trouble, and so Marley has to make a decision as to whether or not she wants to keep staying friends with Liz or not. And the thing that I liked about this book is that Marley at the beginning is a very quiet, very anxious little girl, and she learns how to use her voice throughout the story of the book. What was your favorite thing about the book, Sophia?
It's that it doesn't really matter what color your skin is, and that everybody should be treated equally.
Yeah. So something else that I really liked about this book, especially with it being my first time reading through it, is it brought up a lot of good conversation points with Sophia, things that she had never really heard of before. Things like lynchings were mentioned in this book. The KKK was mentioned in this book. So we got to have conversations about what that was and what that meant. One of the unique things about this book is that Marley's parents don't agree. Her dad feels one way and her mom feels another way. And so seeing that kind of relationship, even though they're married and throughout the book they stay united, they still didn't agree. And so how do you stay friends with somebody that you disagree with? And how do you kind of use that relationship to stand up for what you believe in? But I liked that her parents were so involved, but that it showed how even when you disagree, you can still maintain. So yeah, what was your least favorite thing about the book?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't have a least favorite thing? What would you rate it from 1 to 5? 1 being the worst, 5 being the best.
3.5.
3.5?
I don't know.
Yeah? I rated it a 5 too. So it's funny because Amelia said that she rated hers 3 stars and I said 5 stars. So, but yeah, I loved this book. I loved the just the use of metaphor within it. The girls, when their friendship, they meet at the zoo a lot, and so there's a lot of mention of the lions at the zoo and their roaring and how that kind of plays into the storyline. I really like. It has a lot to do with standing up to bullies, and just kind of what that entailed. And it was, I really, really thought that this was a great kind of stepping off point for kids Sophia's age, that it does have some language in it. The N-word is used in it. It's a historical fiction, and we had that conversation about how we don't say that ever. Even if you're reading a book and you're reading it out loud, you never ever say that word, and why and what it means. And so just things like that, some of the conversations that we haven't sat down and had before, but now we have because of this book. So this was an excellent pick for us to read. All right. So those are our reviews of Wonder and the Lions of Little Rock, from the point of view of a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old and their parent. So I thought that this would be kind of a nice way to go about reviewing these books that the kids are reading. We decided to forego the read alouds because our summer schedule is just chaotic enough. We don't really run a very structured household, and so it's really hard for us to find time to just everybody come together and sit and be, because the kids are all just running around in different directions. So we decided to forego the read alouds, the family read alouds, and do this instead, and I'm really enjoying this, and I think it's good that the girls are kind of breaking up some of their just mood reading, warrior cats reading, and getting into some more serious topics and some books that are going to make them think and that are going to challenge them. So anyway, that's going to do it for us today. And yeah, if you have any comments, we would love to hear those. I don't know if comments will be turned on or off on this video, but if they are turned off, you can go to my June wrap up and leave comments there, or you can catch me on Instagram. The link will be down below in the description box, and message me there as well. We'd love to hear what you have to say about these reviews. And yeah, other than that, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya. Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amelia. Ready? We're gonna try it one more time.